record. Thank you for your time, folks. Welcome to Crowd1, or better known as ICT, Impact Crowd Technologies. This is a Swedish-born company that today works out of Spain, and the head office is now in Madrid. Bank accounts are in Madrid. The technical guys sit in Gothenburg in Spain. There's an office open in the Philippines out of Manila, and there's an office for Africa open up in South Africa out of Sandton. If you know where Mandela's statue stands on Sandton Square, at Sandton City, it's right behind the statue's back on the second floor in the Regis offices. So Crowd1, what is this all about? Well, the Swedish guys have made a system that can run on nothing more than a mobile phone with an internet connection that allows common people on the street like you and me to be able to do influencer marketing for companies that bring their products across this platform. And currently the system is running in over 157 countries. I've only counted 157. It will be more by now after my account went live in June. So the whole system started last year in January with the first partner. And last night we smacked a huge, huge milestone. 3 million members worldwide. My words weren't cold. From last year, I predicted that South Africa will do 1 million people by March, end of March. So end of March have come and gone. And lo and behold, last night we smacked 3 million people on board, literally in only the last, you can say the last 8 months. It took Facebook, for interest's sake, 6 months to reach, a year to reach 1 million people. It took Crowd1, thanks to Southern Africa, 6 months to reach 1 million people. We did the next 500,000 people in about 50 days. We did the following 500,000 people literally in 14 days, 2 weeks. Now, I tell you what, the last few days with lockdown all over the world has been absolutely insane. Earlier, I sent out a message saying to you that you can earn a fortune in euro from home. Well, I wasn't playing games. Last week, from Saturday night's presentation last week to Sunday night's presentation, in 24 hours, we grew with 46,397 people. 24 hours later, Monday night's presentation, from Sunday to Monday, we grew by 28,863 people. Then on Tuesday, we were on 32,600 new people for the day. Wednesday, it went to 34,925. Thursday, it went to 34,312. And last night, we did 34,909 new members every single day in 24-hour spreads. So there's no other explanation how we can get onto lists like this as number 5 in the world on these type of rankings. And the business hasn't even started, guys. The businesses that we are in basically generate cash that, in my opinion, you and I cannot count. So if you look at Crowd1 here, why is it so big? Because our commissions get paid out in euro. And at the moment, 1 euro is sitting at 20.6 South African Rand, 20.58. Guys, this is serious cash. If you think we've got problems with coronavirus, I've got news for you. We've got bigger problems, in my opinion, from a long-term perspective, as far as our junk status goes. Because in my opinion, so far, I don't think there's a single country that could have dug themselves out of junk status. And I tell you what, at the moment, there's no exception to why South Africa would be the first. Now, I'm hoping that with Crowd1, we can not only change your and my economy, but change this whole country's future. And if you look at this, just the different exchange rates across Africa, the countries that have engaged, the Naira is 450 to 1. The Malawi Kwacha is 850 to 1. The Malaysian Ringgit is 5 to 1. So guys, in my opinion, get yourselves into this business and your families as soon as you can. We've created over 900,000 incomes in the last 8 months in Southern Africa. That's more than any government could do in that period of time, or any other industry for that matter. Here's a little report by a company called IPO Hub. It's got nothing to do with Crowd1, but IPO Hub, they report on companies that want to do the initial public offer when they go to the stock exchange. And the new CEO, Johan Stahl von Holstein, if there's something you want to Google, Google that name. Guys, that guy's not playing games. He's the one that moved the bank accounts from Dubai to Madrid in Spain, where the head office is. He's relocated to Spain himself, and he's moved the whole head office there. It's all in preparation to take ICT, or Impact Crowd Technologies, to the stock exchange in the future. That's one of his ambitions. This is a man that's rang the stock exchange bell a couple of times in his lifetime in Europe. Now, that's an honor bestowed on only a few that have reached the pinnacle in business. He's created multi-million-dollar companies and industries. They call them, if you create an industry from nothing, an idea to a multi-million-dollar industry, they call them unicorns. He's created 3 of those in his lifetime. Everything you and I take for granted when we order something via Takealot or Alibaba or one of those online companies that deliver to your house. This was the first guy in the world to marry logistics with online deliveries. And the rest of the guys simply copied that business model. So this will be his 4th unicorn, according to him. And he wants to list it at $1 billion valuation. Get yourselves and your families into this business before that happens, guys. That's all I can tell you. Let's call it the affordability boat is literally busy leaving the harbor. You're either on it or you're not. So for a once-off buy-in today, you can tap into this industry. The first company that came on board for who we're doing marketing, influencer marketing, is Afilgo. As the name suggests, it means affiliate gambling company. It's an online gambling environment that simply, being an affiliate partner, they go to the companies where people can do betting online. All of these companies got a major problem. They battle with customer acquisition. It's really difficult to sign up people because everybody ignores the billboards next to the road, etc., etc. If you just think what our casinos do to get people in them, normally on a Wednesday, you'll get like a pensioner's invite on an SMS. Come and eat your free hamburger and we'll give you $100 worth of gambling chips. Anything to entice people to come there. It's hard to get customers to come. So what we do is, for the online guys, the online gambling environment, through Afilgo, we do their online marketing for them. It's basically affiliate marketing, or some people call it influencer marketing. I'm influencing you to go and play there. Now, Mixter, what affiliate is for online gambling, Mixter is for online gaming. And to just show you why this thing is so big, currently in lockdown right now, there are 5 billion mobile phones in the world, that's smartphones. And of the 5 billion, almost half, 2.2 billion at any given point in time, literally have their noses stuck in their phones, either playing games or gambling or some sorts. Now, all of you with your fancy phones, you downloaded in 2018 194 billion applications. That is a mind-blowing figure, that, guys. In this environment, if you're not talking millions, billions, and trillions, then you, quite frankly, you're a nuisance customer. If you look at, for instance, the game Call of Duty, in the first week of its release last year, the mobile version of it, 281 million games were played in 1 week by one company, and that's the earnings generated in that week. So if we can earn, even if it's a single euro cent, which is not, but times 281 million in the first week, folks, that's serious cash. That's between 200 and 500 million rand with whatever the exchange rate's doing per week. I'll happily share that money with all of you, every single one. It just becomes money that becomes hard to comprehend. So what's our South African first knee-jerk reaction? Oh, it's too good to be true. Must be a scheme of some sort, pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme. All I can tell you today is, tonight when you've got nothing to do, go and research the revenue around mobile gaming. You won't know what hit you. The game Grand Theft Auto is a 7-year-old game. It was first released in 2013, and in 24 hours, it made $815 million US. If you can get any other industry on planet Earth today making that money in a single hour, then I think we should look at joining those companies. This is mind-blowing figures, guys. It's staggering income. And the sad thing of all of this, that income is coming out of your and my household, like it or not. Why? Because your kids and my kids will sacrifice their lunch money to buy more airtime, to play more games. Am I right or wrong? That's what it is. Your and my hard-earned money simply gets blown away for kids playing games. However, my mouth is big. It's not just kids playing games. 39% of the biggest gamers on earth are older than 35 years, not younger, because they're the only guys that can afford 50,000 Rand gaming tablets and gaming laptops, etc. And those things have got more cooling fans than Eskom's got running at the moment. That's why, if you look at the gaming industry, you and I don't have to actively participate in it to earn money from that industry. Richard Branson from Virgin doesn't fly the planes. He's a shareholder. He doesn't train in the gyms. He's a shareholder. So you and I don't have to be active gamers or gamblers to earn money from that industry. It's as simple as that. If you look at these games, Fortnite, $100 million prize money given away last year. There's no other industry that gave away anything close to that. Never mind last year or the year before. Why? Because they were already a $1.2 billion revenue company in 2017. They've got more than 1 billion downloads of their game. Pokemon Go, 1 billion downloads. PUBG, 1 billion downloads. And so these figures continue. It's mind-blowing. How does Crowd1 make money out of all of this? Well, a FieldGo, like I said, the name suggests affiliate gambling company. Simply go to these companies that create these games. And they basically offer them the opportunity that we do their marketing for them. Crowd1's army over here, 3 million people reached yesterday, will do their marketing for them. Why? Because we're already in all those countries around the world. We speak the languages. We're already connected with business. We're already connected with friends, family, neighbors. The point is, why on earth would you want to go put down an office or offices in 157 plus countries that's going to cost you an arm and a leg in rent, in salaries, in water and lights, petrol, telephones, etc., if you can simply use the people that are there already? So each game carries a certain profit margin. For instance, poker's margin will be different to the lotto's margin, will be different to sports betting's margin. So for every company that creates these games, we then take a profit from those companies instead of them spending money on expensive billboards and stuff that doesn't work in the first place. Now, a FieldGo hangs on to 50% of that profit, and the other 50% goes to Crowd1. However, Crowd1 only retains 20% of that 50% to make sure the system works and to pay all the engineers a salary. 40% comes to you and me of the remaining money into a profit share scheme that we call owner's rights. Make no mistake, these owner's rights increase in value every Friday night, 12 o'clock. The value is supposed to go up. Now, sometimes Crowd1 have specials where they keep the money the same or the value the same for a week or two or a couple of weeks, like over Christmas, just as a bonus to you and me. Very soon, we're going to convert these owner's rights to what will be known as Crowd1 rewards in the future. So make sure that between the 16th to the 20th of April, if you're an existing member, you do your conversion. Because if you didn't do your conversion, you won't be paid your commissions. Simple as that until you do it. So the other 40% that's left over comes to you and me in the form of bonuses for onboarding people, because that's our core, guys. That's what we do. We do marketing. We don't do sales. Hallelujah. I never want to see another garage full of washing powder and whatever else ever in my life again. We simply influence people. And the more people you influence, there are 18 levels. The higher you go, or rather you go higher by simply introducing more people. That's it. Now, whether you introduce the people personally or whether somebody else introduces them, the bottom line is, as soon as people come on board, every person that joins carries an amount of points because of the packages they buy. And the more points you get, you start falling into pools. So the only difference between a FieldGo and Mixter, gaming versus gambling, the gaming business is way bigger than the gambling business. Gambling is a very quiet taste. It's not allowed in certain countries. Some people don't like it because of religious beliefs. The bottom line is, for a FieldGo, we had to get to 1 million people. Done it. tick. We're already 3 million people. But for Mixter, we need to get to 10 million. So you can pat yourself on the back today if you're seeing this for the first time, or if you're already in the business, because we already just reached 3 million people. So you're still within the first 3.5 million people in the world to see this, guys. You're literally one of the pioneers, if I can put it like that. And you can be handsomely rewarded with these owners' rights or Crowd1 rewards that's going to come your way, growing in profit. So a lot of people have got issues around pyramids and Ponzi schemes, and the people at the bottom don't earn anything. Not in Crowd1. If that's what you believe, then quite frankly, someone didn't explain it to you properly. Even if you're the last guy on earth to join this business, then you will still get your owner's rights. There might not be other people to join over here, and that's why these are simply bonuses, as the word describes it. But your value of your owner's rights can still continue to grow as more and more people start participating into these games. Now, I tell you what, I can best explain Mixter's games. If you're familiar with Netflix and Showmax and all those kind of online movie channels, then if I can explain it like this, Crowd1 through Mixter and through a field goal will become the Netflix of games, or the Showmax of games. When does it start? Well, there's a company called Lotto1 that's starting literally tomorrow. They have a phased rollout, so it won't be just a blanket, every country in the world switches on. We'll come on one by one by one by one. And the point is, guys, this is a lotto with a little bit of a difference. In this lotto's case, if somebody in your entire team or somebody in your team wins, the entire team will also get something. Now, there's nothing else like that on earth. So what do you think is going to happen once the mass of us get switched on? I think, my opinion, is that day that they say, right, South Africa, almost a million of you can now play the lotto live. I think we're going to break a brand new online record for people joining an online gaming business in a single day. Because I can tell you what, never mind Southern Africa's million people, I think about 3 million people, or most of them, are going to hit the button. And that's will just put new perspective on online gaming and where that's going. If you think online gaming is big, wait till esports get introduced. Currently, the third biggest sports event in the world is not even a real sport. It's an electronic sport. Those of you who own DSTV, if you go to the sports channels, you'll notice there's a dedicated channel for esports. That's how big it is. They want to make esports an Olympic game. I must be too old. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I can't understand why anybody would want somebody else, why I want to be watching somebody else playing a game. I just don't get it. But what I do get is if they play and they're playing on Crowd1, you and I can earn euros out of that. That part I get very well. So now that we've seen how Crowd1 makes money, how do we make money? Let me show you. There's 5 bonuses for joining people in Crowd1. So this is why you want to tell everybody that breathes. If they breathe and they blink, that means they're alive. Show them this, guys. Not just to make money, we're beyond that point. Show them so they can stay alive with this whole junk status thing in this country. Our rand's going to go for a big pummeling. And the bottom line is, you and I can help people to get out of that nonsense. When you introduce people into your left leg, you will earn €3.60. If you introduce people into your right leg, you'll earn a further €3.60. So basically, it doesn't matter how the legs work, forget all of that. You just start 2 legs of people below you. Put your mom on one side, your dad the other side, your husband or your wife, your kids, your cousins, your aunties, your neighbors, your friends, your colleagues. Help everybody to get their hands on a euro income while we can still afford it. At the rate the rand is dropping, these buy-in packages are becoming more expensive by the day. And like I said before, you're either in or you're not. For every person that you match your one leg with the other leg, there's a couple of nice bonuses here. They run 3 generations deep from a ratio perspective and 5 generations deep from an earning perspective. The point is, when you match someone on the one side or someone on the other side, you can earn up to a 36 euro bonus. If you take 36 euros times 20 point, whatever the exchange rate is right now, probably around 50 or 60, 20.50 or 60, that is serious cash, guys. That's the best part of 1,000 Rand. On the residual bonus side, listen very carefully. For every single person that joins this business after you in time, you will earn something, whether you know them or not, whether they're in this country or not. If they're introduced by someone after you in time, there's something in it for you. We will never see this option again, not in any other business. The second residual bonus is the one that generates the sustainability of the company. For every game downloaded and played, for every ticket sold, and for every bet placed, when you buy a 10 Rand lotto ticket as an example, not all 10 Rand is the bet. A certain amount of that money, argument's sake 2 Rand or 3 Rand, goes to marketing. The newspaper ads for the results, the television ads for the draws, etc., etc. Now you and I lay our hands on that marketing money. Guys, for a once-off 2,000 Rand as a buy-in package, we will never see that again. That I can promise you. 2,000 Rand, 99 euros, I cannot put a tire on my car. Never mind buy into an international business. It's as simple as that. There are bigger packages, the black, the gold, the titanium, and the pro. By the by, the pro is only available during specials, and at the moment, there's a special ongoing because it would have been an event in Thailand that got cancelled because of Corona. So the bottom line is they still honored the special. So make use of this special. What does it mean? It means that when you buy in on a white package here for 99 euro, I call it the bump up special. You get bumped up to black for free. So right there, you save yourself 4,000 Rand, the difference between black and white. When you buy in on black, you get bumped up to gold for free. You buy in gold, you get bumped up to titanium, etc. For those of you already in the business, let's say you are on a white package. If you upgrade, pay 4,000 Rand to get to black, you will automatically be bumped up to the gold package. If you're on black, you pay to go to gold, you get bumped up to go to titanium. So guys, there's no better package than when you're on gold, you pay to go to titanium, and then you land up on titanium pro for 80,000 Rand. This is huge. Don't take money out of your pocket. Simply get people into the business and earn money from the system. There's an interesting bonus here called a fear of loss bonus. If you want to make a monster income in this business, then this is what you do. For every person that signs up, you've got 2 weeks from sign up to simply sign in as many people as you can. So your risk, if you can call 2,000 Rand risk, is literally 99 euros. Crowd1's risk on you and me for every single person joining is 3,000 euro because that's what they put on the table. You can have all 3,000 euro if within your first 2 weeks you can sign up 4 titanium packages. And I spoke to a lady earlier that's somewhere in my downlines. She's now standing on 76 titanium packages that she's brought into the business. Guys, don't think 50,000 Rand is a bridge too far. You don't know what's going on in people's wallets. Simply get them introduced to this business because those are the people that understand how important it is to get a euro income in times like these. Simple as that. So the bottom line is, if you can do 4 titanium packages, you can get literally your hands on all 3,000 euros. If you get 4 gold packages, you can earn 1,000 euros of the 3,000 euros. That's not to be smirked at because at the exchange rate, that's over 20,000 Rand. If you can do 4 black packages in your first 2 weeks, you can have 375 of those euros. Now, if let's say, for instance, you bought in on black, it's more than what you've paid, guys. And even on white, if you signed up on a white package for 2,000 Rand, 99 euro, you will earn 125 euro back within your first 2 weeks. So why is this important? Because this business is incredibly simple. For every person that joins, help them to sign up 4 people within 2 weeks so they can earn more money back than what it cost them. Then take that money and sponsor your next person who might not have money to join, but they certainly have people. Everybody knows people. So for every person that joins 4 people, enough money comes out to sponsor someone that hasn't got money. Simply repeat that over and over and over for every person that joins. Help them to get their 4 people. And you will earn enough money in your first 2 weeks to upgrade yourself from a white package to a gold package within 2 weeks. In my opinion, this business is built on 3 pillars. The first 2 that get people to watch this and to buy in is called desperacy and hope, because our financial situation is absolutely falling apart, combining Corona with our junk status. However, if we show people within 2 weeks that they can get more money back than what they've invested, the third pillar kicks in place, and that pillar's name is belief. There's nothing that creates belief more than earning money after you've spent money to get money out as fast as possible. Guys, when you start showing this kind of income to people, they hit second gear. And there's people currently in the Cape that sign up to 18 new members a day. This is unheard of in any business. You see the numbers we're doing in 24 hours. It blows your mind. Get yourselves and your families into this thing. So just for the guys who do know multi-level marketing companies, this is quite significant. We get paid for a 1-to-1 ratio. In other words, 1 person there, 1 person there. Doesn't matter left or right. If you get 90 points for a white package, just take away the zeros. 9 plus 9 is 18 euro in your pocket. However, they also pay you for a 1-to-1 ratio, a 1-to-2 ratio, sorry. 1 person this side, 2 that side. 9 plus 9 plus 9, 27 euros in your pocket. They even go as deep as a 1-to-3 ratio. 1 person in your one leg, up to 3 in the other leg. For each one, 9 euros is 36 euros in your pocket. There's no other multi-level marketing company that pays up to those ratios. How do we get our money out? By simply putting your bank account details on the system. It's called the 1-minute business. You can draw money out as long as there's more than 100 euros in your account. That's a banking requirement. It's got nothing to do with Crowd1. Secondly, if you do have a Bitcoin account, you can draw your money out via Bitcoin. Thirdly, and for me, this is a major game changer. These cards, I call it Crowd1 cards. It's a company called Union Pay, as you can see here, that's created a Visa debit card, which means that you and I can earn from euro and go and draw either from euro or cryptos like Bitcoin, your money in cold hard South African rand cash from your local ATM without any other banks taking money from your account or for transaction fees. So this basically turns us into what I call tourists into South Africa. Because if you're earning euro, it means whatever you buy with your money has just become 20 point, whatever the exchange rate is, cheaper than what you would have paid normally with your rand earned salary. Doesn't matter if you're buying food, clothes, cars, houses. How would you like to pay 20 point whatever times cheaper for that than what you're paying now? There's only one way, guys, and that's to get a euro income. And this card helps us to facilitate that income into money into your and my pocket. Simple as that. This is called a QR invitation code, which you can find on your phone now as well. And you can literally sign up people by having them simply scan that code. Here's our timeline. Tomorrow, the lotto will start through a few selected members to start playing, testing, seeing how it works, what they win, what they lose, etc. It will be activated bit by bit until all of us are active at the end of April. However, it's not just Epic One Lotto that is launching. From May, June, July, every month, games will start going live through a field go. Mixter is going live in the second half of the year from September onwards. Now, those are the games like Candy Crush, Angry Birds. Let's call it the games that we normally play on our mobile phones. That will be the Netflix of games. Remember to convert your current owner's rights to Crowd1 rewards between 16 and 22 April. If you don't do that, you will not earn residual money from the games literally during the middle of every month going forth thereafter until you've done it. Also, look forward to our, what's the name's paying out? Our dividends paying out. You'll notice here that your Crowd1 rewards will give you a dividend payment based on the profit of these games every 3 months. So far, it's scheduled for June, September, every 3 months thereafter. Just to show you guys that the countries where the partners have already been signed up: Mexico, Colombia in the Spanish-speaking world, Zambia, Uganda, Nigeria, Ghana, Gabon, and Mozambique so far in Africa, and in India. And these are the partners. Come on, Premier Bet, SBA, and Real Madrid's official gambling sponsor, Coder. These guys are massive, and the other companies are all queuing up. Everybody you see on these slides here, as far as these people up top here, as well as down here, and in these 2 rows here are concerned, have reached the level of president or higher. There are 3 people already on senior president 3-star. For Pete's sake, the games haven't even started, guys. The people have reached the pinnacle of what they can reach. Those 3 people are these guys: Bjorn, Rens, and George. It's Rens and George that brought the business to Africa in May last year during the last week, and they sign up Hanali, Sophia, and Smile. From there onwards, the rest is history. Everybody that's either in the business or that's looking at this right now are either in one of those 3 people's downlines. Everybody else, including them, have reached president or higher pretty much, if you really think about it, in only 6 to 7 months. Now, Africa is not playing games with this business, guys. When you have 500 points in your account, which simply means 6 white packages at least, because you get 90 points for each, or 2 black packages, because you get 270 points for those, or 1 gold package at 750, or 1 titanium package at 2,250. Your gambling residual income is open. The more people you join, you don't have to go more than 20 people, personally introduce people at this point in time. That might go up as new companies join. However, simply help those people. Get in 20 personal people and help them to get their 20. And soon you'll find yourself on these incentive trips over here. Last year, we were fortunate enough to make the Crowd1 launch trip. That was in October. It was a cruise that sailed out of Barcelona. In May, there's supposed to have been the second one. They've just moved it to later in the year till Corona becomes more stable. And that's for mixters training. There's a third cruise, however, at the end of the year. And there's no excuse for any one of you watching this right now not to be on those cruise ships. That's supposed to be sailing out of Dubai. Guys, that will be for the third company's training. Get yourself onto this level over here by simply helping the people under you to get there, and I'll see you on the boat. Otherwise, you can row around in circles on Jimiston Lake, because I'm not going to miss you. Don't tell me that I didn't tell you. It's only April. You've still got 3 months, 3.5 months to qualify for this thing. Even during lockdown, this is actually the best time to grow this business, guys. You saw how quickly we got to 3 million people, because people are sitting at home, they're bored, they're worried about what's going to happen to their normal incomes. And here's an income supplement that just has no comparison at the moment. Every pool level you reach, you don't go back to the previous one. Once reached, you stay at that level. That's very significant. This is what the launch event at Gallagher Estate looked like last year during 8th November when Crowd1's local office opened up. They used that office opening event to bring basically everybody, all the Crowd1 members together in Gallagher Estate. This is what the first birthday party looked like. Crowd1 celebrated its first birthday about 6 weeks ago at Durban's International Convention Center. And to think of it, all of these people joined in the last 6 months. And this is only a snippet of what's going on in South Africa. One of the events that will probably still be cancelled, at the end of June, 27th June, Soccer City was booked out already for Crowd1. The first company I think in the whole of Africa, never mind Southern Africa or South Africa, that have booked an open air stadium for their annual company event. This has never happened before, guys. Never mind in a year's business. This is what the meetings start looking like every day now, when normal circumstances with no corona around. There, the lady's pointing to Crowd1's offices in Sandton West Towers, behind the Mandela statue's back. And this is the director of Africa, Jonathan Strom. He's working out of that office now. I call this slide Crowd1 Cars. These are people that share on social media what they do with their Crowd1 incomes. Now, the thing that literally hits hard here is all these vehicles have been bought during the last 7 to 8 months' income, cash. If you doubt what the money is that Crowd1 can generate, you don't buy 2 of these or 2 of those or 2 of these. Never mind this. If you're not, if you're not being honest and genuine. How do we keep these people honest? This gentleman here shows you that he bought this BMW X6 M Sport. That's a 2 million rand car in 4 months only after joining Crowd1. That's what he's trying to show you here. Let me quickly go to the system and show you whether they're genuine or not. Let me just log in here quick. Give me a second. Okay, so when I logged in here, finally, after our internet issues were over, this is the number that you want to see every morning when you wake up. How many members have joined after you? So this is after my account went live in June last year. So far, I've got 2,840,779 people have joined this business after me. So we'll have a look at that figure just now again. When you go up, by the by, every time you see a little flash pop up like that, there's someone in South Africa. That's somebody that's just joined the business. In other words, they've been registered and they've paid their money. If you go up here, the first of the bonuses is called a streamline bonus. And currently, this bonus for me is worth 1,000 euros of owner's rights per week, not money. When we get to level 20, once this blue graph here or this blue bar, status bar, hits the end here, I go to level 16 if all my requirements have been met. But once you hit level 20, it's worth 2,250 euros a week. That's 9,000 euros a month. If you've got a better idea to get your hands on 9,000 euro, because that's over 160,000 rand at the moment. This is serious cash, guys. This is only the first bonus. Here's a bit of marketing information. Just by the by, if you become a president, you qualify for the bucket list getaway. You can drive pretty much all the sports cars there are. You'll be on luxury yachts and probably helicopter rides and whatever else. Probably go first class to your destination. So these owner rights that I keep talking about. When the field goes started last year in January, they started at 50 euro cents. That was over here somewhere. I saw the business in June, it was already 71 cents. When the South African office opened up and the Fielgo went from their pre-launch shares to, let's call it their active shares, it closed off at 2 euros for the pre-launch shares, and it then carried on. Right now, the shares are worth €2.83. I see they kept the price the same. It didn't go up last night. But current value, 283. Probably next Friday or whenever it will go up again. Mixter only started their pre-launch period at that launch event, also at 50 cents. And so far, that's grown to 99 cents. That's where we are. It will go up next Friday or at that forecasted date to that price, €1.03. So if I continue up here, a bit of marketing information. There's our card system. When I get to my account here, by the by, there's the cruise status for the end of the year trip. And I'm already 91% there. So finally, here's my package. I didn't start on a Titanium Pro package. I started on a white package. I got sponsored into the business, and I simply started putting people in my left leg and started putting people in my right leg. For every person that joined, €3.60 came out. As you can see here, my right leg at the moment is slightly ahead of my left leg by 900 points. So all of these €3.60s plus some bonuses are sitting here in my potential bonus that have so far come out. So I've earned this money, but to get this money into my wallet, I need to pull a bit of finger here. I need to help these guys here to join up some people over here. Then I will earn another 360 plus those 36 euro balancing bonuses. So as that money here, the potential money comes out, it gets split as follows. 80% of it will go to my wallet. And right now in my wallet, there's 1,700 euros that I can draw immediately if I want. But 20% of this becomes more of these owners' rights or shares or Crowd1 rewards, as it will be known very soon. So my Pioneer owners' rights, those were the owners' rights when I joined last year that I got with my white package. I managed to grow them in the 17 weeks up to the South African office launch to 31,702. And at the launch, they were valued at €2. So today, after borrowing 1,800 Rand to join, just these owners' rights are now worth 63,404 euros. That's big money, guys. Since then, a Fielgo's gone live, and a Fielgo so far has provided me with 10,319 owners' rights. That times the €2.83 at the bottom is now worth a further 29,000 euros. Mixter started then, and so far accumulated 38,900 owners' rights times 99 cents. There's another 38,000 euros. So if you add 38,000 plus 63,000 plus 29,000 euro, that's 130,000 euro sitting there in share value, owner's rights. 3 months after the games go live, you can either sell some of them, sell all of them, sell the whole thing if you want. But in my opinion, you need to think very, very clearly whether you want to sell them or not. Because we're seeing this thing right in the beginning, guys. We can grow with the business and increase that value significantly. We've only seen 2 companies so far. There's another 5 companies who sign up. That's why there's another boat trip in November for the 3rd company's products that's coming on board. So that's the first place you can earn money. With all the 80% worth of money coming to your wallet, you can either draw your money when you go to your account over here. After you do your KYC, it means know your customer. In South Africa, we call it FICA, RICA and FICA. So take your driver's ID or your ID card, put it on a table, take photos of both sides and upload it. Let somebody take a nice photo of your face and upload it. A couple of hours later, if you're not selling guns or drugs to ISIS, you'll be approved. If you are, please don't join this business. Then this is not for you. However, after you've done your KYC, you can simply go to either withdraw to the bank or withdraw to Bitcoin, and you can draw your money out. So if you go to withdraw to bank, you just log in quickly. Give me a second. Internet times out after a while. There we go. Come on, internet. Seems like we got all kinds of challenges today, boy. Hello. Come on. There we go, finally. Okay. So there you can see, there's the money in my account. Simply put in your bank account details and put in your bank SWIFT code. Hit the request to withdraw button and the money should be in your account. Normal banks take 21 days. For whatever reason, Capitec seems to be faster. If you want to draw it via Bitcoin, you'll notice the same amount. There you go. Simply put in your Bitcoin wallet details and hit request withdrawal. All of this palaver won't be necessary to do once you've got that Crowd1 card in your hand, because once you've created your wallet as a one-time option, all your commissions will go automatically into that card of yours. So that's the significance of that card once they get released to us. So you can either draw your money out or you can come here to this thing here that says gift codes, this little tab. And there you can see those packages I showed you earlier. So what you can do is you can buy these packages in bulk. Very similar to your local Pakistani airtime supplier there in your street corner. He goes to the network and he buys the airtime in bulk and he sells it to you and me at a retail price. This works the same. So if you buy these packages 5 at a time, you get a 5% discount. If you buy them 10 at a time, so once your wallet is up a little bit, you can afford it. When you've got 1,000 euros in there, you can buy 10 of these packages. Then you get a 10% discount. That simply means that you can get one of the packages for free. So there's an extra place you can make a bit of money. So what has this been worth to me? Well, so far, I've sold 89 pages of these gift codes to people that want them. And that's quite a nice little income as a little cherry on the cake. But as your business grows, so here's my downline view, just to give you an idea what my business looks like. So that's me. There's my left leg and there's my right leg. I started off, like I said, on a white package like this one. Eventually had enough people to upgrade to black. Kept adding people. Eventually I could upgrade to gold like that one, and eventually to titanium like this. And during Christmas, we managed to get enough people in to upgrade to titanium pro. 80,000 Rand package, simply afforded by adding more and more and more people. So that's my wife. If you click on her, this is how you grow the business fast, by simply putting in your family members. That's my one son, my other son, my father-in-law, my cousin's son, my sister-in-law, brother-in-law, their daughter, their son, the son's girlfriend. That's my brother. Don't know that lady. There's my mom-in-law. When you click on my mother-in-law here, please don't click on her. I'll click on her. That's my mother-in-law. It drops down again. There's my niece. There's my nephew. And so it continues. By the by, every time you see a red package like this, it simply means that person hasn't paid yet. I don't think that lady's going to pay. It's been too long. But every time you get to the bottom, it drops down and it drops down and it drops down. So far, the significance of this thing, there's the earnings and payouts. So this is what this business has been worth to me. If I show you the 5 bonuses over here, I just want to make it small enough so you can see nicely on the screen. There you go. So if we start here by the smallest of the bonuses, that's the €3.60 that you earn for every member that joins up. So if you look at this, this is how it works. You can take your calculator if you want. This is how the sum works. You get €3.60 for every person that joins, either in your left leg or right leg. So not just your introductions, also people underneath you's introductions. But €3.6 times 15 transactions on a page times 520 pages to date times the exchange rate times 20 point whatever it is at the moment. That is big, big, big cash, guys. That's cold hard cash that comes out to your wallet, with what you can do with whatever you like. If I take you up here to the binary bonuses, there's those €36 bonuses for matching someone on the left with someone on the right. Sometimes it's a lot more, sometimes it's less, like where you can see more, etc., etc. There was more as well, but the average is €36. So same sum, €36 times 15 transactions on a page times 130 pages so far in total times the exchange rate. That is an astounding amount of money. That's over 1.3 million Rand, guys. If you want to see the total so far, there it's summarized for you. You can take that value and times that by the exchange rate of 20 point whatever it is. You'll roughly see about 2.7 million Rand over. That's what this thing has been worth for us in the last 8 months. Simple as that. That's the third place you can earn money. So if you want to know where the money comes from, if I click on Philgo, our affiliate partner in the gambling business, and remember they're going live tomorrow with selected people starting to play the lotto, to engage in it, to make sure everything works 100%. I leave Crowd1's website and I come to Philgo's website. Here you can see my wallet. And in my wallet, there's €1,700 that if you do feel lucky today, that you can go and play tomorrow. Hopefully you're one of the selected few and you can start playing the lotto. However, there you can see the partner companies we discussed earlier. There's all the sports betting and all the games and whatever you can bet on for those who like that sort of thing. Here's your more classic casino games like poker, mahjong, blackjack, roulette, all that sort of thing. And here you see all the lotto providers, the guys who print the tickets. So how this works, there's the companies, or rather the games, where the companies that participate in this worldwide starts to queue up to Crowd1 so that we can do their marketing for them. If you look at these kind of incomes, this will give you an idea of what kind of money is available to you and me for signing up people or for simply pointing them into the right direction where they can go and enjoy themselves playing the games they love to do. So the long and short of it, guys, if you influence a single player, all of us together, and that player only spends 20 euro for the whole month, you sitting on network level 1, you've just joined the business, but you've at least got 6 white packages under you, or 2 blacks, 1 gold, or 1 titanium. You're earning for that month, the middle of the following month, that's when the payouts will be, 71 euros for the month. Now, if you pull your nose up to 71 euros, you better start looking again. Because the bottom line is 71 euros times the exchange rate is 1,400 Rand. Now, if you don't want an extra 1,400 Rand a month, then kindly donate it to myself. I'll show you what to do with it. Folks, 1,400 Rand for somebody on a South African state pension, or for someone that's left school and can't find a job, it's simply called survival. You have no idea what 1,400 Rand, extra 1,400 Rand, means for probably 90% of South Africa's total population. It's the difference between getting through the month or not. Simple as that. Watch what happens once your players start increasing. Let's just go to an average of 5 players. They start spending a bit more money. For the moment, let's leave you on your network level 1. Watch this. 851 times 20. Guys, that's 20,000 Rand a month. I can tell you now, there's nobody that's getting a 20,000 Rand increase this year. Not on top of Corona and on top of our junk status. If you think you're going to get a 20,000 Rand increase at work, I've got news for you. Watch what happens when you start joining a few people. Get your 4 members in within your first 2 weeks. Help them to get their 4 in. And soon you'll hit network level 4. That's 50,000 Rand a month additional to what you're earning now. Watch how this thing scales. 5,000, I don't even want to think of it. That's more than 100,000 Rand. Level 8, this is stupid money, guys. If I try to pronounce this, I'm going to sound like our ex-president. I'll rather not do it. What I do know is I'm currently on level 10. 84,000 Rand a month, that's a 1.5 million Rand a month income. If anybody's got a better idea to get that sustainable every month, I'll listen to your plan. But what I can tell you is there's already 3 people that's hit that level. If you think this money is interesting, you better hold on to your chair because we're only halfway. Watch what happens when we all convince 10 players to start playing here. They start spending 100 euros a month. 100 euros might be a lot of money in our neck of the woods, but it's relevant to the market that you're in. Because 100 euros in Europe is like $100 over here. The same ratio. Let me put you back in your coma, level 1. If you do not have the appetite to earn an extra 65,000, 70,000 Rand a month, then this is not for you. Watch what happens when you hit level 4. That's 500,000 Rand a month, guys. Level 8. This is simply stupendous money. I'm on level 10. Never in my life, no matter what company I have joined or will ever join, will ever pay me 5 million Rand a month. This is the only option. That's it. Simple as that. You're either in or you're not. But watch what happens when you get to the top. Now, in the beginning, I said to you, if you're not thinking in millions, billions, and trillions, then it's either a nuisance company or you're not thinking straight. We struggle with numbers like this if you're South African because our whole population is only 55 million people. But when people start earning 20 million euros a month, the first question in your mind is that possible? If you doubt that for any second, let me show you this. If I go back to my account, forget everything I've told you today, but watch this. We've just refreshed. If I go down here to how many members have joined after us, let it just settle quickly. 2,800,000 and 43,481. Yesterday, we were sitting on 2,807,000. It's gone from 807,000 to 843,000. There's another 35,000 new members in 24 hours, guys, with or without you or me. If we carry on with this growth curve, there'll be about 20 to 20 million people by Christmas, 20 to 25 million people in Crowd1, new members by Christmas this year. Make no mistake, if you don't ask your friend, your cousin, your neighbor, your family member, whoever, somebody else will, because there's almost 1 million people in South Africa in this thing. And now suddenly the numbers aren't that great because we're only 55 million. This is a first come, first serve opportunity. If you don't ask those people, somebody else will. If you do ask them, they will sign in after you, and you will benefit from those bonuses that I've showed you. However, when the games start, which is tomorrow, guys, the income that you will earn is astounding money. So if you doubt something like 20 million euros a month, if South Africa or Southern Africa has gone in let's call it 8 months, from nobody knowing about Crowd1 to almost 1 million people. Let's take the 157 countries that I know of so far that's in Crowd1. Let's give the others a benefit of the doubt, because they might not be as eager as we are because of it. They don't have our exchange rate. But not this December, but next December. If 157 countries, if they haven't reached 1 million people by then each, they will be very close. However, if they do, that means that 157 million people will be playing games through a Field Go and through Mixter, which are just Crowd1 members. Never mind anybody outside Crowd1. That's why you want as many of them behind you as you possibly can, so you can benefit from every ticket sold, every bet placed, or every game downloaded and played by all those people after you. This will be income that you and I would not be able to pronounce. We all laughed at Zuma. We saw what the numbers can be. The Rand exchange rate is not doing us favors, but it's doing us favors. I never thought I'd say that in my life, if I come from my conventional business perspective, that the Rand euro is falling apart. The worse it gets, if you've got a euro income, the better it gets for us. Guys, I thank the people that have put me in this business every day of my life, because at the moment I'm not worried what the Rand euro is doing. If you haven't got a Rand euro income, you should be literally consider that no later than today, because every single day it's getting worse. If you want to join the business, if you're a new person, please get your full names and your surname, your email address, your street address, your date of birth, and your telephone number to the person that got you to watch this. For those of you that do want these presentations, I can mail you some of the recorded ones. My number is 082 883 0939. 082 883 0939. All I can tell you is don't play games with this opportunity, guys. An opportunity like this comes past once in a lifetime. Grab it with all you got and get your friends and family to get into this thing as fast as you can. Thank you for your time. Sorry about the glitches in the beginning. Tomorrow afternoon, same time, 5 o'clock. Let's do it. Thank you.